Ho, 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 ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Christmas stream here at SimSational TV. It's our last time in the commentary box for 2024, so we're sending it off in a bit of a festive manner. Tonight is the final round of Wednesday Cup, because it's Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know the rules there. It's mystery round. So anything or anyone could take the crown here tonight. It'd be pretty hard to get rid of Alex McEwen, though, but we'll get into the standings later on. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Christmas has come early here in the SimSational TV commentary booth. And speaking of coming early, here's my co-commentator here on the left, Zach O'Reilly. How are you, mate?
Only you would know, mate, that's for sure. You're just too good. I reckon there's a bit of action to be had in the Munro department. Yeah, it's good to have you along with me, and internally or externally, it's a pleasure to have you in the commentary box here for tonight. Viewers at home, we're in for it tonight. If you can read me hat, it says, hell yeah. That is what this racing is going to be about tonight. It's the mystery round at Wednesday Cup. So keep your eyes peeled on all the mishaps and strange things that could happen tonight here at SimSational TV. But for the races on track as well, it's going to be an absolute belter. And it's the final stream for the year, Chris. I can't believe it. I'm bloody absolutely shattered.
Sure is.
That it's the last one.
Yeah, it's been a cracking 2024 with big things on the horizon here in 2025. But we just want to already just start the thanks to all the viewers out there keeping us afloat. Here we got Max McFadden in the chat. Me little cuz is tuned in for the first time in 2024. Good to have him on the stream. Matty Richards, Ronald Marshall, as always. But I think it might be time to go through the standings for tonight, because it is the final round, ladies and gentlemen. I've done up a bit of a driver statistics here, and I just need to fix that up because our Christmas stockings are in the way, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Alex McEwen is right out in front with 696 points. As you can see, a couple of pole positions, 5 wins. That's 2 more than anyone else. A couple of bit of everything there, a bit of a mixed lolly bag for Alex McEwen out in front, and it will take an absolute disaster for anyone to catch him tonight. So it's all over bar the shouting for Alex McEwen. Just needs to stay in the server. And then we've got Matthias Falzon behind him, and look at the gap between him and Matt Munro. Only 1 point. So those two guys are battling it out for the Silver Cup here tonight in the Wednesday Cup. And then it's absolutely tight as a fat lady sock all the way down to, from 4th all the way down to 8th, really. And then Dean Verrill and Jason McFadden battling there for the 9th position on the overall standings here, or at least the top 10 for Wednesday Cup, Zach O'Reilly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that from 4th all the way down to 9th, or even 8th, those guys will be as nervous as Steady Eddie at a colouring in competition, because that is tight. And I'm not too sure what's going to happen there between them. We've got the Corporal, the Pine Cone, we've got the Underground Mammal and the Bench Presser there, all sitting within 2 points of each other. So that's going to be one to behold. Cannot wait for the this racing tonight. It's going to be Sim-bloody-sational.
Yeah, absolutely. We're over in the US of A, and the catering's been treating us quite nicely indeed, getting right into the festive season with a bit of red cordial. Dean Verrill will be happy about that. But I think it's time now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go through tonight's proceedings with tonight's racing. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're over in the US of A here in Long Beach Street Circuit. I don't know what state we're in, but it doesn't really matter. There's guns everywhere. 11 turns, 3.1 Ks coming at you down East Shore Lane Drive. It's like a big, long, not so straight, but it's not really counted as a turn because you are heavy on the brakes, and they're going to be using every inch of the track out there on the right into turn 1 here, and you want to keep it off the fence. Not do what the AI have done down there and just got themselves all tangled up in through Aquarium Way, which consists of turn 2 and turn 3. Look at the absolute car park down there. Let's try and avoid that tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Turn 4, a nice, easy 90-degree right-hander. But as always, the walls are quite unforgiving here at Long Beach. Turn 5 is transit turn, and you'll find out why once we start racing, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that, another car off the wall down West Shoreline Drive. It's all USA all the time here tonight. It's dipping it into the left-hander of turn 6, and the road opens up to about 15 car widths here in the Aussie race cars through turn 7. Just a little kink to the left. Now to the right, and the track tightens up now as well. Not super tight, but it is a street circuit, so you must respect the walls and respect your fellow racers underneath the Forza Xbox One bridge overpass there through to the technical part of the circuit, or at least the second half or the second technical part of this circuit. 90-degree right, turn 9. Now you've got this little turn 10 double left apex. Very hard to get that right because you want to be on this side of the track to dip it in for the very tight turn 11 hairpin. And then that shoots you back off down East Shoreline Drive as you look into the sunset and out to sea. That is a lap of Long Beach Circuit. It's the final round, ladies and gentlemen. 8 minutes qualifying. Short and fast. Yeah, race 1 is 15 minutes. Race 2, 16 minutes in a reverse championship order grid. Race 3 is actually 20 minutes. Let me just fix that up. 20 minutes with an incident points grid. So that involves the guys that keep it the cleanest will get to start off the front row, and there may be a mystery circuit chucked in there for race 3. Fabian Fitness is the fastest man during the week with a 1:31 dead. That is pretty quick. That's faster than anyone's gone in this practice session so far. So these guys will be absolutely rip-roaring and ready to go, Zach O'Reilly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, those walls around Long Beach hit you harder than Mike Tyson combined with George Foreman, and that is going to be something of a factor tonight as well for all of our guys. And you saw an incident point there too for the viewers at home. That is collectively over the night that the incidents rack up points, which means the cleaner the driver and the less wall contact, less car contact as well, the further up the grid they will get. So it's going to be interesting. And as Chris said there, maybe some sort of mystery circuit coming their way for the last one. I don't know about that. We have not decided yet. It's anyone's bet. But Long Beach is going to deliver, and it's going to absolutely turn the championship on its head for some people, I would say, from second all the way down to 8th.
Yeah, it sure is. That it's going to be absolutely exciting there. That championship battle in the mid-pack is tight, so you might see a lot of guys trying to just take it a little bit easy in the incident department, in the door rubbing, just to try and get that advantage in that final race. But it might be time, Zach O'Reilly, to get down to qualifying. What do you think about that?
Yep, I'm all about that. Let's get qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be spicy. 8 minutes and about a minute 30, as we saw, minute 31. So they're going to get about 4 or 5 laps in, and that's it. And that's going to set the grid for race 1. So without further ado, you know what you need to do. Go get those condiments sorted. Get your best brolly. If it's raining outside in Queensland, it's been pissing down rain all day. If you're in Victoria, it is hot as a Vietnamese sweatshop here. So get comfortable, turn the aircon on, and we'll be back here at SimSational TV for qualifying for the final season of SimSational TV's AK Racing Broadcasting in just a hot second.
And we are back, viewers. Just waiting for the green light here in the qualifying lap. Here goes Zach O'Reilly in the SimSational transit van. He's going to go and park himself down there at turn 5. So we're just going to see how this SimSational van handles the curbs here. Look at him up on 2 wheels. He comes into turn 2 and 3 now through the aquarium part. Look at that transit van go. What an absolute beautiful thing. Slaps the wall on the outside of turn 3. We want to keep that in a nice and steady condition. We want to keep this van straight, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want to be spending too much of that end-of-year Christmas party money on getting this thing fixed. But here he goes, parks himself on the the apex there of turn 5. But now the field is released, and Jake Buttigieg is the first man out here on circuit tonight. He will be looking to pump these hot laps in because he's right up there in the fight for the championship top 5, or at least top 2. There's someone bouncing off the wall back there. Matt Munro on the outlap. absolutely effing that one up. So, geez, he wants to sort that out because he'll be back in the rear of this field, and that's not where you want to be. Look at Matthias Falzon getting right out sideways, heating those tyres up nicely. But let's see who is up there first. It's Jake Buttigieg. Look at the drifting on these cars tonight. Gee whiz, Zach O'Reilly.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome stuff. We will not know who is going to do what and when, Christopher Munro. It's going to be all up for the guys without the singing and shouting to see where qualifying will lead them at their final race, or final event here, sorry, at Wednesday Cup for AK Racing. Going to be exciting. And Jake Buttigieg, the corporal, will be wanting to hand out the orders left, right and centre tonight. He's been a guy who could be there or thereabouts on most occasions and has been absolutely shafted in the racing department in the grand scheme of things. But that's okay. He will be on song, and he is about to start his first flying lap. And I reckon we're just going to sit on board with him here, Christopher Munro, and go for a little tour around Long Beach and see how the corporal does it. He's already at the top of the table. So can he keep replicating this? The very, very fast first lap coming up for Jake Buttigieg. Uses all the outside track limit we can use here at Long Beach. Into turn one, points it in, uses the arse end to steer it around, jacks that inside rear wheel up. Braking heavily here for the roundabout. Turn 2, 3 coming your way. Just brushing that inside wall like the Transit did too much. Just four turns, into the very, very fast. And look at that Transit van. If you can't see that before you approach it, you are as blind as a bat's arsehole. Jake Buttigieg basically smashing it around here at the moment. He is all over the track at the moment, but he can get it pointed in and see what he can do. Nicely navigated there for the fast sweeping left-hander. Use all of the exit curve you possibly can and the track limits too. Braking heavily here for the very, very tricky inside at turn 7. I think that is as well. Gets it done nicely. Just uses every millimetre that he can without those walls punching him. Accelerate down the back. This is a 100% suck area tonight as well. It's going to be interesting to see what these boys can do. Heavy braking at 250 metres into, or foot if you're in America. I guess it is 250 feet. Use the drift circuit. Right-hander, left-hander. Use all that inside curbage. Hug the inside wall there. Triple left-hander coming into a right-hand hairpin. And this can be your momentum killer or gainer as well for the full lap. And Jake Buttigieg's about to start a qualifying session off with the top time for probably about half a second, because he's going to set a 1 minute 32.5, and then Fabian Fitness has gone through the 1 minute 32.1. We've got times dropping everywhere. 131.6 from McEwen Falzon, 131.8. And then it is Fitness, Mallow and Buttigieg here sitting very, very tightly. That is going to be close.
Absolutely. Nick Mould is sneaking up into the top 10 as well, 134.8. I'll tell you what, did you see the driver stats there that we got in the pre-game show? He was the only man in that top 10 who has not got a podium. He's only got one top 5, ladies and gentlemen, but the consistency has got him up there into the top 5. It's absolutely marvellous to see. He's out there getting his 6th place, 7th place, 8th place, always a top 10. And he's always thereabouts, Nick Moll, and just sweeps up the points that are available to him every week. And if DZ can't hear me, that's interesting. My mic is fucking up. Zach O'Reilly, take over for just a second.
Well, Munro, the big man himself, is deafened, and it's definitely going to be something to... let's see if he's back here at the moment. 2-1, I can hear him, but the broadcasting hub here is 100% on board, maybe not out there in YouTube land. Nick Moll's doing well, though. He is 1.7 seconds up on his own personal best. That is going to put him only in the 133s by it's all over and shouting if he can't get any momentum, but he's looking pretty good here at this point in time. 110 into the heavy braking board. That's a good sector to come through. Let's see what he can do here as he rounds the drift circuit. Left-handed, 1, 2, 3, triple apex. If you get it right, slaps it down into second gear, slides the car in for the final right-hand hairpin onto the back straightaway. He is a good 2.3 seconds up on his best at the moment. This is going to jump himself inside the top 10. But where, if I'm not mistaken, for the underground mammal, he goes bang. He's not in the top 10. He's 134.3, missed out by a 10th to Mr. Eckert and the underground mammal in front of him.
Yeah, good stuff from those guys. How am I looking? I'm still just a little bit quiet. I'm just going to have to fix myself up here in the old way. Here we go. Let's try that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so very sorry about the technical difficulties here. That should be better, but we'll see what the peanut gallery say. Here comes Gary Postlethwaite, just putting on a move on Simons there around the outside. Simons blocking up there, almost collecting the wall on the exit there of turn 1. Barely better, says BZ. So okay, we've got some technical issues here, big time in the Munro household. Let's try and get rid of that. Maybe that will be better. No, there we go. Much better. There we go.
Come in with the chockies. You can always rely on an Irish, as you can on me, Zach O'Reilly, and McFadden's chipping in. Matty Richards is tuning in as well, as he's saying a little better. If he goes any louder on my end, ladies and gentlemen, I reckon I won't have an eardrum by the end of this session. He's still here. Keep going, Chris. Give us your
That best. Looks better now in the I guess the UV or VU meter. But Matthias Falzon has gone to the top, ladies and gentlemen, with a 131.4. So he will dip it in now to the first sector. This could be his second last lap. He'll be one of the last across the line, so he will get another bite at the cherry. Anyone behind him will have to be happy with what they've got for now. Alex McEwen just nipping at his heels there with a 131.6. Who's behind him? Fabian Fittner. Wow, that's a big hit there from Matthias Falzon on the wall there. He will go back, and that will be the end for his qualifying hopes tonight. Oh, God, there's a fair bit of server lag going on. I think it looks as if everyone's struggling here. Fitness goes around, stops Buttigieg as well. So now Buttigieg's going to have to try and get around to the start-finish line to start his next lap. Who is on a lap here? Where is Matt Munro in the grand scheme of things? He has absolutely stuffed up the first half of this lap, and he's down here in 27th position, ladies and gentlemen. He's there fighting it out for the second position of the championship. So let's ride along with Matt Munro and see if he can actually improve here. He's on for a 32. That'll put him up into the top 10 somewhere, but he wants to be a little bit further up the tree than that.
Yeah, definitely, because he's usually one of the front runners. He's won a couple of races this season too, as the younger of the two Munros, and sitting inside the top 10. We'll see where it puts him now. It's gone straight into 6th place for Matt Munro, so he's getting there. He's got one more lap to do it. So quicker sector overall for the final one there for Matt Munro. Absolutely good stuff for him. He's now in his rhythm. Hopefully he can keep it going with some lap traffic in front of him at this point in time. But that Red Bull livery looking very, very racy. And he's got some lap traffic who is just getting out of the way. Matt Munro sent it down the inside. And that's going to hamper him on the exit. I'll tell you what, that's too bad. He is down by 2.5 tenths. And qualifying is over. Have we got anyone else on a lap at the moment? Falzon's at the top of the table. McEwen is still, he's going for another one here. I think he's just got across the line. So look out. But he's got traffic in front of him. Oh, that was disaster there. That is not going to help him at all. Fitness in third, and then Buttigieg also on the lap 2. He's 0.07 of a second up on his PB. 131.9. If he can keep it all together here, set for him, he'll jump himself up into third and maybe take Fabian's spot. So this could be interesting. The Corporal himself having a rip snort of a time. He is dead on where he needs to be. He's got 5 turns to navigate before he comes around. The one last time, as the timing tower has clicked over to 0, this is all or nothing here for Jake Buttigieg.
Yeah, absolutely. He's pushing it to the limit. As you can see now, he's just teetering on an improvement on his lap. He's about 2/4 thousandths up on his time and climbing up this back straight here. He can might be able to put a lap together and slam it into the 31s. This could just pop him in front of Fabian Fitness. He's got about 3 or 4 tenths to make up if he wants to get on the front row of the grid, but it's going to be a tall order from here. It all depends on this exit, and he's it wasn't the best exit he could have hoped for. This is not going to be an improvement there from Jake Buttigieg. So we'll see where Alex McEwen is. He's about to go faster than everyone. He's gone across the line for a 131.6. Cannot improve there. So the pole sitter for race 1 is Matthias Falzon. Congratulate yourself, Matty son. That is an absolutely cracking lap there, a 131.4.
Well, can't complain about that, Matthias. That's a really, really good lap from we call him Macedonian Marvel, but we'll keep it at that. That's just a bit of an insult to him. But anyway, the Greek God on the pole position. That's where your grid is going to be, ladies and gentlemen. Matthias Falzon first, Alex McEwen second, Fabian Fitness in third place with Buttigieg right next to him as well. That's going to be fiery. Nick Mallow and Matt Munro side by side for race 1 coming your way. Bullock and Schmerley 7th and 8th. Will Kirk, the captain, in 9th, and then Nathan Hughes in 10th place for the rest of it. Tommy Wilson 11th, Andrew Ferguson 12th, the Chef in 13th. A better performance from the Chef. Yep. He's been undercooked for the last about 4 or 5 rounds, that boy. Gordon Ramsay's given him a G up and maybe some money incentive. Will Bullock, the other of the Bullocks, in 14th. Chris Eckert, Gary Postlethwaite, Ryan Nielsen is back as well, the funeral director. The Underground Mammal had an absolute shocker in 18th place. There, Mr. McGill there, the 19th place. Hey,
oh, no, Mr. McGill. He was boasting in the chat earlier on that he was going to get some horizontal Christmas presents there from the missus if he made it up into the top 10 in qualifying. So, commiserations there, Alex. It's, back to the old Mrs. Palmer for you, my friend. But Jack Ferguson in 20th.
Wowee, what an incentive for him. Wowee. It's just absolutely gone. I reckon that went over quicker than a wrought iron hang glider, that performance there by him. His missus will dead set be barring him from any sort of action for the next week. Clayton Waters, Mick Attard, Ezra Simmons, my bus, your bus, whose bus, anyone's. Jimmy Parker's parked himself in 25th. Good to see him back. The Malaysia Marvel, shocking, it's 26. Scotty McEwen and Brody Barber, the haircut. Round out your whole grid there, Christopher.
Yeah, what a grid there too. 29 cars here in the final round of the year. It is just going from strength to strength this Wednesday Cup. So it's good to have everyone on board with that. Paul Buttigieg's getting into the bourbons and he says they taste good. Jason McFadden getting behind his Rangiart teammate there as well, saying, go the Chef. We've got Braden Moore cheering on Hughesy. So if you're out there in watching land, there's currently 25 of you, cheer on your favourite driver. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. It goes a long way to bringing you more and more, the best commentary around the country. Let's just say that. We're not full of ourselves here at SimSational TV. But what we are full of is qualifying, and it's time to switch to race mode. So we're going to be back in just a short moment with race 1. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for race 1. In the comms box tonight, we are joined by Lindsay Muddle. He's there in the middle. We've got Chris Munro as myself, as always, and Zach O'Reilly, the smooth dulcet tones. Lindsay Muddle, what were your main takeaways there from the qualifying session, and who are the viewers likely to look out for a hot race?
I think that the one takeaway is that it's going to be a really close race tonight, as it always is in Wednesday Cup. Obviously, I was out on the grid back in Nutsthorpe, and it was really close then, and it's been close every single race, so that's obviously always the takeaway for Wednesday Cup. I think that the driver to watch out for are the two on the front row, so Falzon and
McEwen.
Yeah, yep. There we go. My memory's definitely working.
Yeah, they're the top two in the championship order as well, so these guys have been battling it out all season long. Poor old Falzon's got a long way to make up if he wants to take that scalp of McEwen in the top step. But anything can happen here in the Wednesday Cup, Lindsay.
Yeah, it's always a bit chaotic, especially at such a tight circuit like Long Beach. Obviously, we do have the run that's very wide up towards turn 8, but the first half of the lap and the last half of the lap, very, very, very tight, especially that area at Aquarium Way where you have the fountain at the middle of the chicane. It is very tight through there, but I think we'll see some drivers try and take that. Way too many cars wide, especially around the opening laps.
Yeah, it's probably a given there, but we've given them a rev up in the briefing. But I tell you what, we're almost ready for a start. Zach O'Reilly, will you do us the honours of taking us around the first lap of Long Beach?
Whoa, I'm going to do that at the same time that I'm driving a Transit.
Oh.
It's going to be interesting.
Well, I'll tell you what, maybe you drive the Transit and I'll take us around the first lap. I'll tell you what, that would be a skill in itself, a bit of multitasking there from our man behind the microphone. But the lights are there and ready for a start here, ladies and gentlemen, in race 1. And it's a pretty clean start indeed, but a cracking one from Alex McEwen. Very tardy indeed there from Matthias Falzon. He's going backwards at a rate of knots. Fabian Fitness takes him up the inside as well. And Buttigieg looking for a way around too. Look at him. He's going to go side by side here. Oh, Fabian Fitness just ducking out of the slipstream. He's looking for the lead here. A little bit of contact between him and Fitness and McEwen. Matt Munro up into third place. What a cracking start from him. He's got through the shenanigans behind. Falzon there, chased by Buttigieg. Mello's made his way up to 6th position as well. Brandon Schmell making his way up the inside of Will Kirk, who started in 9th and stays there. There's a little battle behind with Tom Wilson looking around the outside there. Nathan Hughes getting his nose cut off completely there. But look at this, Matt Munro all over the front, or all over the back, should I say, of Fabian Fitness here on the first lap. They go down through this very wide little section here. Reminds me of Las Vegas. Is he going to poke the nose up here on turn 8? He does. Oh, wow, he's gone around. He's come off the curb. That's absolute disaster there. Matt Munro, what a terrible move. He should think better for himself. It's race. It's a bloody lap 1. You can't win it, mate. Oh, that's terrible stuff. He will go to the back. Fitness will not be happy with that at all, Zach O'Reilly. How is that for a bloody... Oh, now they're all piling up as well. This is not great.
Dead set in the fair dinkum department. Just as I turn into the turnage there for Transit Corner, what carnage I was seeing there as I was driving. Fully lost it. Have all the drivers out there. I reckon Steady Eddie would have a better time in one of these cars with this navigation. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you get. Lap 1, turn 1 shenanigans. And we can see that the cream is rising to the top here. Alex McEwen dead set galloped away. 1.6 seconds. And here goes Mallow versus Buttigieg. He's got the inside line. Here is Nicholas. And he's going to take it if he isn't. No, he's not brave enough. Into turn 1. And Buttigieg's going to keep that position 3 here at this point in time. Wowee. 3 tenths between them through the very tight half roundabout section. Don't slap that wall on the outside. My goodness gracious me, you're in trouble there. Making the way around turn 4. And my bus here is on the prowl. He is trying to hunt down Jimmy Park, who's nearly slapping the wall there himself too. Into a couple of turns here. Jeez, well, I'll tell you what, the server lag is absolutely throwing me off, that's for sure. But my bus versus Park. Who's going to park their bus? Somewhere it's going to be my bus here, Lindsay Muddle.
Yep, so my bus is trying to hunt as they head through Transit Corner. The lovely SimSational van sitting on the inside, so the driver's obviously going to have to be careful. But my bus in the hunt as we now look to Wilson versus Schmerl, and they are heading through turn number 8 and down towards turn 9. Bit of a heavy braking zone, but it's going to be tricky to pull off a move. But here comes Wilson on the inside, and he's going to try and get it done. A little bit of wheel rubbing there as they head into the braking zone. Flame spinning out the side as Wilson goes down the inside. He's going to have the outside for the next turn 10 complex. He's going to try it the long way around, but it's never going to work. But he has the run, he has the slide, and that's going to invite Hughes into it, and he spun around.
Oh, that's terrible stuff there from from Wilson, as we see both the Red Bull cars just running out of talent here on the in the first race, but he will just get back involved in the race. Loses a few positions because of it, but not as bad as Matt Munro. He's down here in 20th, and he's found the wall again. It's gone from bad to worse in the Munro household. Geez, he'll be absolutely spewing about that. What a show. He's got all his family watching down in the Canberra way, and he's putting on an absolute show for them. But I'll tell you what, we're going to have to look up the field here, because Chris Eckert and Tom Wilson are now side by side into turn 1. Chris Eckert has the better of that, and he will just slot back in there. Look at that. Mick Attard tacking onto the back in that beautiful bright livery. You cannot miss that. The number 24. Fantastic stuff, Zach O'Reilly.
Yeah, what absolute driving there from the both of them. That's a fantastic livery, as Chris said. I absolutely can't keep my eyes off it. Yeah. As can't Nathan Hughes here. He's keeping his eyes front and back at the moment. He's under all sorts here. He's got Schmerley sitting in front of him, and is wanting to take the chockies here over that guy at this point in time. Can he get it done? I'm not too sure. But we'll find out. There is a back straight suckage there. He's not going to get it done. Sliding it through there, Tokyo Drift, mate. We're in USA, not Tokyo. And it's going to be interesting to see what Nathan Hughes can do. He's too far away here for a suck as we ride on board with him. It's all happening. I'll tell you what, these guys are not giving each other 1 millimetre. Safety rating or not, they do not give a rat's toss bag at this point in time for race 3. That's where their grid's going to be. But Hughesy is sliding the car beautifully there. And it's all carnage at the front too. Buttigieg's been turned around, and he's facing the wrong way on the front straight. That is disaster for Buttigieg. I can't see what happened there. I just saw it out of CRANIUM CAM. Get on board that too, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. But Paul, do not have a look at that. That would have been absolutely shocking. Buttigieg's gone, slipping his way down from 7th, now down into 10th place. Disaster here for the Corporal. He'll be definitely on the prowl, wanting to hit that red button for the nuclear missile, Lindsay.
Yeah, and I believe that he was mixed up in an incident with Alex McEwen, who is in P3, but he's 2.5 seconds off the lead. He did a 39 on the last lap, so he lost a lot of lap time. I'd imagine that it was Buttigieg and McEwen coming together. That was the reasoning for that incident, so it's pretty unfortunate to see, but now Buttigieg will be on the hunt, and next on his list is McGill, but he is sliding all the way around this circuit through turn 5, and he's sliding again. The tyre's probably just a little bit hot as we see Schmerl get past Bullock there, as well as we look to Husey as he's going down the inside on Bullock, getting that move done, and now he's going to be hunting Schmerl for the top 5 places as there is under 10 minutes to go here in the first race of 3, and it's already as exciting as you could expect here in Wednesday Cup, isn't it, Matt Monroe?
Yeah, absolutely. Matt Monroe's my brother out there on the track.
Matt Monroe, not Matt Monroe, Chris Monroe. Sorry.
There we go.
I'm on it. I'm on one.
He's on fire tonight,
today.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Lindsay
I'm retiring. I'm retiring. I'm done.
He's out. Ladies and gentlemen, he's don't let the door hit your ass on the way out there, big fella. But
comments from huge ass
we
in the
saw,
commentary box.
Saw Simons there, turned around on his own accord. Trav Young having some trouble down here through the pack as well. Oh, almost getting collected by Junior Ferguson. That's an unfortunate angle there for this track. But we're going to look up the front because these guys are starting to get a little bit closer. Falzon and Mello. Mello's come from right back on the grid. I don't know where he ended up qualifying. I think it was about 8th or something, but he's made his way up all the way to second position, and he is hunting down. He started 5th, ladies and gents, so he's up 3 positions now. So looking to turn the screws on Matthias Falzon in front. But I tell you what, the action has never been far away here tonight at the Wednesday Cup. Wowee. Who's the next man out there on circuit? Nathan Hughes looking behind Brandon Schmerl now. We're right on board with him and get a bird's eye, well, not a bird's eye, a driver's eye view, should I say, of this Long Beach circuit. And this little battle between these two is heating up, Zachariah.
Oh, yeah, look at Nathan Hughes on the slide. So was Schmerley, too. That was some great driving, car control from the both of them there. Hughes is going to try a trailer park girl move here. Him and Schmerley are not friends on the circuit, but friends off. He can't get the job done, but he's got the overlap here. And this is just going to be like taking candy from a baby here for Nathan Hughes. And they're door rubbing. Get rid of the safety bastards. They don't care. Hughesy versus Schmerl absolutely giving each other the rub around. I'll tell you what, that could go well in some sort of brothel, the old rubbing. But anyway, between two males, they cannot get it sorted. Clearly, they're going to be in trouble, but Nathan Hughes has got it done, and he's approached 5th place. What a drive here from Nathan Hughes. He's got grip.exe going at the moment, I would say, because that car is on fire. All fixed setups here, ladies and gentlemen. It is up to you to get that car pointed in, turn nicely, and that is what Hughes is doing. And I'll tell you what, Fergo, the other angry Scottishman out on the field, apart from his son, he's advancing. He is in 17th place, and he's got the Parkmeister, the elder statesman of AK Racing, hot on his heels. But I think Fergo, he's just going to sail away just like he does every couple of weeks for work, and probably get himself up into the top 15 if he can, albeit 6.1 seconds away for Andrew Sir Ferguson.
Absolutely, he's big red, and he's right keen for it. That's for sure. Brandon Schmerl back here in 6th position. He's looking at the arse of Nathan Hughes. Wow, look how sideways Hughes gets out of that. That he invites Schmerley now. The eyes are as big as dinner plates up into turn 6. Look at this. He's turning in. They are side by side, ladies and gentlemen, giving each other plenty of room as well. Hughes will have the better side of the track here and probably the advantage going into turn 8. It is Hughes still in front, but drifting it like bloody Ken Block. I'll tell you what, but he doesn't want to end up in the wall because he'll end up where Ken Block is at the moment. Here goes Schmerley through there on the inside. Sorry about that to the Block family. Full respect there, exactly. Yeah, maybe a little bit too soon. But here goes Schmerley up into 5th position. What a drive here from Brandon Schmerl. He's up into the top 5. He's been there a couple of times this season as well, picking up a podium as well along the way. But he'll be full wrapped about getting up into the top 5 with a couple of these fast drivers down the order a little bit, just sort of getting out of position. Matt Munro is one, Fabian Fitness is the other. We saw those guys come together earlier in the piece. Very unfortunate for them. Tom Wilson as well down there. James Bullock just hunting around that 6th or 7th mark. But I'll tell you what, Hughesy's going to try and return serve here into turn 1. Zach O'Reilly, look at this. Look at the pictures here coming from Long Beach. Fantastic to watch.
Look out, and it's tropical weather there too. These guys are sweaty under the collar and under the helmet. off rig and on rig, that's for sure. Husey and Schmel, dead set even on a pace here. It's just who can be more consistent, and that will get you into 5th or 6th place, I reckon, for these two. And that's awesome driving from the both of them. Cannot believe what we are seeing here at the moment from those two. Very, very similar driving styles, all on the arse end, swagging, switching, doing whatever they can to get that car pointed and turned. And it's awesome to see some driving skills. Nick Mole, however, in 10th place at this point in time, is finding himself back where he was. I think he was about, oh no, he wasn't. He was 12th or 13th. He's in 10th now and hunting Alex McGill. I'll tell you what, these guys are having a cracker of a battle. He's just out of the suck range here. He's the underground mumble. He's going to try and burrow his way through into 9th place. Only 0.5 of a second between the two of them. And it's still on here between Schmerley and Husey. Not giving each other an inch because Husey has got past him. Yeah. Not sure if that was something sort of connection area. Everyone's going through the infield. That is Kobe Bryant style, Christopher Munro. Server lag, that's for sure. They all be crackers. That was incredible stuff. And they've all come out surviving. But not Fabian Fitness. He is having an absolute Barry Crocker. He's got to invest some TRT into his system, as did Jake Buttigieg too, falling further and further down the grid. It's all happening here at the LBCG. Huge ass.
Dead set. What is going on, Lindsay Muddle here? There's a fair bit of server lag as well, but we're going to ride with Chris Eckert because he is now on the back of Thomas Wilson here for the battle for 11th position.
Yeah, so he is closing in right now as they head through Aquarium Way. He's hunting as they head through the roundabout. Eckert has a little bit of work to do if he's going to catch up to Wilson as they head through turn number 4 and towards Transit Corner as they flick it in. It's tricky to get it right here. You've just got to get as close to the wall as you possibly can. Get a good run onto the straight, and Eckert still closing in. He isn't getting close enough just about yet, but Wilson definitely pacey. We saw him get into an incident earlier on in this race, and he's just in limp mode right now as Eckert closes in on him, but he still has solid pace as we'd expect as they head through turn 8 and onto the straight, still closing in. This has been a brilliant race so far. There's 2.5 minutes to go. And Zach O'Reilly, what are your thoughts on this race so far?
Well, mate, I'll tell you what, it's had everything and whatever you want, because we've got server lag, we've got cars going around, top runners getting into incidents where they normally wouldn't have, and McEwen and Buttigieg coming together as one that sticks out in my mind. Matt Munro just trying to win the race on lap 1 as well. As a quick recap there, that is not ever going to work, and he didn't listen to me in the briefing. I'll give you the hot tip, so he'll get a slap. Thank you very much to Mr. BZ. Hopefully the chef can fly that Rangiart flag high as well. It's going to be awesome. And we've got even more people here supporting everyone in the Rangiart, and also Nathan Hughes, Brandon Moore joining in saying, come on Hughesy, get up him. It's always good to see that. Christopher Munro here at SimSational TV.
Yeah, speaking of Rangiart, look at the chefs just made some inroads here on James Bullock in front. We're probably on the second last lap of the race now, and he's just made up a bunch of time here to the car in front. So it's the number 7 v the number 6, black v yellow. We're going to ride on board with Cook and just see the lines he takes here through turn 6. Let's see, he just dips it in nicely, hits that apex, very nice, stays away from the curbs. It's probably the wise idea in these cars. They're very small when you stand back. What's happened here, ladies and gentlemen? We've got comms from Zach O'Reilly saying, oh no, in the background. This could be disaster somewhere. I'm looking up and down the field. Zach, what's happening?
Oh, your old brother's just having an absolute shit of a time at the moment. He's gone from 17th to 19th, and it's not a good time in the virtual reality headset of Matt Munro. I'll give you the hot tip, but I'll tell you where it's hot. It's hot and cooking. We are cooking with gas here, not bloody electrical powered steam here at the moment for the chef. I'll tell you what, this guy is dead set getting that lamb chop served up medium rare and falling off the bone. Here is the chef. He is hunting down the back of Sandra Bullock's love child there, 0.4 of a second now, and it is decreasing, ladies and gentlemen. 1:33.4 for him on the last lap. I think that was, can't see it, but he is now within suck range. If he can keep it all together here for the Rangiart boys, or maybe even send it down into T1. Oh, this is brave stuff here from the big man himself. Can the chef get it done? Can he get it around the outside? Not yet, but he's got to be careful because McGill behind him is also wanting a piece of this lamb chop, that's for sure. They're both coming in for some hot collar, top tier cooking here at the moment for the chef. Chef's got to look forward, backwards, upside down, wherever you look. Oh, he's ran wide, and the Irishman's going to flick past, as Conor McGregor would say. I'd like to thank absolutely everybody, but apologise to absolutely fucking nobody here for the grand scheme of things. And Nick Mole definitely trying to get in. This is going to be 4-car battle here for the final lap of the race. Where the hell is Matthias Falzon? 2.5 seconds down the front. He'll be nearly coming around here, I reckon.
Nearly about. He's just coming through the final chicane, the final hairpin. So we're just going to ride on board here just for a couple more seconds. But we have to give the winner some love because Matthias Falzon crosses the line for the win in race 1. We're going to go back to the action here because it's a 3-4-way battle. James Bullock has skipped away. But, wow, there goes McGill around. Oh, no, he's lost it. He's just given up the ghost. Brandon Cook goes up to, Hayden Cook, up to 8th position. Nick Mole follows him now. He's going to look for a bit of a switchback late apex. There's a final run here to the line. Let's ride on board. Is he going to get some suck before the start-finish line? I don't think he is. There's Hayden Cook finishing the finish of the race in 8th position. Mole in 9th, McGill in 10th. But gee whiz, what a battle there at the end. Alex McEwen will cross the line in 2nd position. Nick Mello dropping back to 3rd there as well. He was right up there in the hunt for that win. Will Kirk finishing 4th. What a cracking drive there from the newbie here in Wednesday Cup. Really showing us how it's done in the server. Nathan Hughes with the top 5. He'll be absolutely stoked. Heather will be stoked if she's watching. James Bullock in the top 6. He's the silent assassin around here. He just gets the job done. Brandon Schmel as well. He'll be pretty stoked with a 7th. Hayden Cook, as always, and as you said earlier on, Zach, he's been off the burner lately, but certainly these stakes tonight are perfectly cooked. 8th position for him. Nick Mole in 9th. Another silent assassin there with Alex McGill finishing in 10th position. We've got word from Zach O'Reilly here.
Alex McGill is going to be doing some horizontal dancing,
ladies
and gentlemen. He's inside the top 10. That is the deal of the century here. I'll tell you what, eat your heart out there, Alex McGill. He will be singing to the high hills. He does not have to participate in one more race tonight. The deal is done, signed, sealed, delivered, and he'll be ringing the bell at the end of this session. Holy mackerel. Look out, Mrs. McGill. You are in trouble, I can guarantee you that. Cracking drive.
Tell you what, he might not even show up for race 2 and 3.
I don't think he will.
Just hang the gloves up, my friend, and get on the job. Tell us how you did in the chat.
Hang everything
when you come
up.
back.
I'll give you that.
Well done, son.
11th place here goes to Chris Sackett. Ezra Simmons in 12th place. Good drive from Ezra, actually. He was in 25th, so down up stuff. 14 positions for him. Tommy Wilson, dead set nightmare for him as well for Fabian Fitness. Those two not having the TRT injected into their systems quick enough, but we'll see what happens here for the next race. Jay Buttigieg, 15th as well, disaster. Jimmy Park in 16th, that's his best place for a long time for the Park man. Fergo in 17th, Mick Attard, Jack Ferguson, the younger of the two Fergos, and Christopher Munro's brother having an absolute Barry Crocker in 20th there for the race 1.
Yeah, terrible stuff there from young Munro. I'll tell you what, I thought he was cherry ripe. He's been sharing the stream around as well as a few people that know him out there in the chat. So don't judge him on this race alone, although he might cop a penalty for that. That was pretty fucking ordinary. Here we go. Clayton Waters in 21st. Trav Young in 22nd. Mr. Malaysian Marvel there, flying the flag in 23rd position. Scotty McEwen with the Scottish flag in 24th. Gary Postlethwaite, a fall from grace. He was right up there as well. I think he might have got tangled up in that little shenanigans we saw at, would have been turn 8. Carl, my bus as well. Your bus, whose bus?
Whose bus?
The Venga bus is coming. Ryan Nielsen there in 27th, and Brody Barber, William Bullock, Clayton Pine round out your top 30. What happened to Piney? He did not make it into the server. Very interesting there, but there's your top 29 in a race 1. What a race 1, says SimSational TV in the chat. What a race 1, Lindsay.
Yeah, it was a very close one. A lot of moments there and some incidents, especially nearing the start. A lot of side-by-side action, and I just can't wait to see what the next 2 races can bring, because if that's just race 1, that's only just the tip end of it.
Yeah, once we get into the second one, that's when we start with all the speedy boys in the championship so far at the back. 15% server lag, not 100% the bro's fault. Keep it rolling. All right. Fabian Fitness giving young Munro a free kick there. There was a fair bit of server lag, so we'll see how it goes. We'll watch the replay and get to that. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to, in the words of Zach O'Reilly, fire up the Canara. It's one of my newest and most favourite words now in the dictionary. Fire that up, even though it's summertime. Fire up the, a fondue set if you've got one, because there is plenty of melted chocolate to come, ladies and gentlemen, in race 2. What are we going to look forward to? A reverse championship order race. So don't go too far. Back to the bar for Paul Buttigieg. Another bourbon and Coke, I assume, or on the rocks if you're a real bloody man. Paul, let's be serious. But let's get down to race 2, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back very shortly.
Something feels different. There's a sparkle in your eye. I haven't seen it in a minute. What are you trying to hide? Changing names on your phone, keeping things close to your chest. You gotta change your passcode. It wasn't something I could easily forget. I wish I knew someone as good as you at breaking hearts out of the blue. I fell for you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is a reverse championship order, and you will notice that there are a lot of free spaces on the grid at this point in time, and that is because the people who sign up to Wednesday Cup here at AK Racing and decide not to turn up leave all of the gaps in the field. So if you aren't going to turn up to each race for the mystery round, this would have been the time for you to get the position of your life. But it's looking absolutely dead set like a mess, but that is how we race here. It is a mystery round. In your commentary box tonight, it's been myself, Hugh Jast. Beside myself there is the man himself, Lesbian, and joining tonight is our co-commentator by a new development in SimSational TV. Joining us here in the team, it is off to you. Good afternoon and evening, Richard Head.
Yep. Thanks for having me, Chris and Zach. Obviously, race 1 was very good. Yeah, exactly right. No, but we're getting ready for race 2, and I think that the spaced out grid is going to create quite an interesting lap 1, but hopefully it all ends up closing back up. But it could create quite an interesting lap 1, and I think it could be quite chaotic as if it wasn't already going to be.
Well, I disagree. I reckon it's going to be a little bit cleaner because there's a bigger gap between these guys at the front. But Chris Eckert will be counting his lucky stars, and we'll see how much of a lead he can put on because we are about to go racing, ladies and gentlemen, in race 2. There goes Chris Eckert. He will lead uncontested. Alex McGill is next. Geez, he'll be hot to take the win here in race 2. But both of those guys getting sexy with the barrier with a bit of server lag as well. Gee whiz. It's all happening at the back already. Can I get there, ladies and gentlemen? Half of these guys haven't even passed the start-finish line. Thomas Wilson now on the outside of Brody Barber. We can't even get back that far because they haven't even gone past the start-finish line. But Tommy Wilson's just popped it in the wall. Postlethwaite goes around the outside. Will Kirk getting involved as well. Says thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Munro's up to 12th. How the fuck did he do that? Oh, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully it's past 8:30 somewhere. There goes Jack Ferguson, and look at this little gaggle of cars down here. Wowee, it is all happening, ladies and gentlemen. But the battle for the lead is on. Chris Eckert leads with Alex McGill right there. Only about 3.5 tenths. Actually, that's gapped out to about 7 now. It's gee, I don't know where to look. These cars are spaced out in some places and condensed in others. Here is one that is very much a, wow, look at that server lag, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to try not to stop at the scene of the accident like Thomas Wilson has just done. Matt Munro's up into 9th position, just sliding it in. He's out for blood tonight now. He's up into 8th position. He's got his old mate Fergo in front, so we'll chime in back into that battle when we see it. But Carl Maibus now is... He's paid his ticket. He's jumped on the front row of the Venga bus, and he is around the outside of Brody Barber up the inside here at turn 11, and that'll get the job done. He's getting a little push along there from the captain as well, Zach O'Reilly. What an eventful lap 1. Gee whiz.
I'll tell you what, the Transit nearly got involved in some of the tussling there, driving around at the back. That was insane stuff. But my bus, your bus, whose bus? I'll tell you what, the Wenger bus is coming, but he's not going to be coming for too long because he's about to get overdone here by the man himself, the Captain Kirk. He's going to take P3 here off him straight away. The captain in 4th place for the last race, now into 3rd position. He has just to keep it together and off the wall there. Just nearly didn't do that. He darts in there to the semi-roundabout and navigates that beautifully there. But my bus in 4th place, he'll be happy. We'll see what's going on there. Oh my goodness, the haircut is well and truly getting a number 1 when he asked for a skin fade and plenty on top. And Trav Young too, definitely not doing anything other than being old there. If he sits there for too long, it'll be Christmas, mate. Will Bullock, however, doing very, very good. Fabian Fitness is having an absolute whinge in the chat saying, oh, the start with stuff needs a restart. Well, we are racing here. Bullock absolutely having a cracking time at the Preston Hire. And I reckon the 2 guys behind him, Ezra Simmons and Buttigieg, are going to be there in a absolute heartbeat. That is going to be insane. Go, Matt, says Michelle Munro. There we go.
Oh,
the fan base happening here.
Mum's in the chat.
Mumsy. Hello, Mum. Good to see you, Mum. It's good there. Buttigieg's been yeeted into the back there of Ezra Simmons, and Bullock's around. Oh, that's disaster there. Buttigieg's going to have some damage, but he keeps 10th place there. But it's a long way between him. McGill and Eckert are also having a tussle at the front too. McGill versus Chris Eckert. It's on like Donkey Kong here between the two of them. Richard Head.
Yeah, so Eckert trying to find the outside here at turn 1, and it's going to be hard to get it done, but he's just going to try and commit to it late on the brakes. They go wheel to wheel as they head down towards the braking zone. Kirk on the outside as they head towards the braking zone now. Very late on the brakes. They're still wheel to wheel. It's nearly wheel rubbing, and Munro McGill, there we go. The bottom of the screen showed Munro. McGill holds the lead. Eckert wasn't able to get it done, but it is nowhere near done just yet as they head down into turn 5. The transit van being different in a different position to last race, so a bit of a change up for the drivers there. It's not poking its nose out this time as McGill still stably holding on to the lead. But I think we found that my problem tonight is I'm going to call every single person Munro as Eckert's gone around.
Sounds like it. Oh no, there goes Eckert. He's got Munro on the brain there in the commentary box. But we're reading in the chat. People want to restart. I don't know if it'll change anything, to be fair, because it will put you all in the same positions as last time. So it just has to be what it is, ladies and gentlemen. You've got the two commentators running the server as well. Sorry there, Malaysian Marvel and Fabian Fitness. It's just going to have to be what it is, because we're already halfway through, or 3/4 of the way through this race. 3/4, 1/3 is what I'm looking for. Jesus Christ. It is, it's as much of a shambles here in the words that are coming out of my mouth that has been the start of this race. It's been, it's all experimental here in the Wednesday Cup. If you can remember a couple of seasons ago when we had I think we used Queensland Raceway as a mystery circuit, and no one knew that there was it was the club circuit, so you had to turn right as you get around turn 2. Everyone just went bang on. Yeah, BZ's got it right. There's no restarts. I can barely see the screen, says BZ.
Well, there could be.
There could be, we'll see. But Matthias Falzon is right up behind Nick Mello now. The battle for 11th position is on. A couple of speedy boys starting to get stuck right into each other here, Zachariah.
Yeah, dead set. Have a good look at them side drafting each other down the front straightaway. But Falzon's going to take the chockies over Nick Mallow. I reckon a damage there for Nick Mallow, but he's going to get the position back if he's gone straight around the outside. Thank you. Matthias Falzon over-braked into turn 1. Did not get it set and pointed in the right direction, and he's lost that position just as quickly as he got it. And is going to have to settle for another lap here, number 35. Mind you, number 35 was turned around on T1, not even T1, T11 on the lap 1, and he's already fighting for 11th place here. Cracking driving. Oh, he's off into the fence. The server is lagging 400%, and now there's a car around there too. That is Nick Mole in the worst possible position on the apex. That is not where you want to be at turn 6. I'll give you that tip, but they've sailed around the outside of him, event-free, and it's still side-by-side here for Bootigate versus Mallow. Mallow's on the outside. Falzon's on the inside. Car nearly teleported into there. That was Jack Ferguson getting out of the way and teleporting. Oh, he's turned around there too. He's still sitting there, the red car. This is all happening. Mojo, I'll tell you what, he's lost it completely. It's been chopped off there, and he's trying to get it into the wall and back around. Oh, it's all happening here. And Fergo, the senior of the two, speak of the devil, in 4th place. And he's now got Chris Ecker behind him, and it's all happening everywhere.
He'll be loving life up there in the top 4. I tell you what, he'll be looking in his rearview mirror as well. He's got Chris Ecker there, Carl Mybus, and Clayton Waters, Jake Buttigieg, probably the next man to probably challenge him on pace at this point in the season as well. So I'll tell you what, 9 minutes to go, and the server is absolutely shitting itself. There goes Fergo. Did he just get collected there? Is that real? Is this real life? Where is Fergo? He's upside down. Oh, what about that for a commentator's curse? He's absolutely gonskis now. Oh, wow. To tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last race we're going to be having at this circuit. I think the circuit just is overloading the server here. We'll go up to the lead. Alex McGill out there in front and having a good time of it, ladies and gentlemen. Only 8 minutes to go. If you're out there, yeah, the server needs a wheel alignment. Paul Buttigieg, you know about that. I think it just might be a little bit too overloaded there on the back end of things. And that's nothing to do with SimSational TV, ladies and gentlemen. We just call the action here. We put the races on.
Oh, but, the captain's out.
The captain is out as well. DNF there in 6th position. Now just dropping down the order. Nick Mello having a bit of a shocker there as well. As you can see, the car's just not behaving the way they should here on track. We apologise there because there is really, it's out of our control here about how the servers react to this amount of cars on a circuit that seems to have possibly too many polygons there, and it's really putting a strain on the racing. But 7 minutes to go, and Alex McGill, should I say, leads this race. Matt Munro's made his way up to 2nd position somehow, with Carl Mybus in 3rd. He'll be chugging along about that. I'll tell you what, if he can make this top 3, it can't be a restart. JP Racing. This is racing. You have to overcome the adversity, Zach O'Reilly, and I'll tell you what, it's all we can do here is just cheer on these guys that have made it through.
In the famous words of my dad, every adversity comes a greater opportunity, and that's exactly what's happening here for my bus. This is an adversity giving him one of those better opportunities. I tell you what, Fat Mam, it is dead set there, and in the fair dinkum department, server lag, but don't worry about it. We have got a cracker race 3 coming up, which will make up for all of this nonsense.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Don't you worry about that, ladies and gentlemen at home. I reckon for the final 6 minutes and 47 seconds left in here, Carl Mybus would be absolutely as nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. He's in third place, never been in this territory before, genuinely. He's got up there through no fault of anyone else's. The server is dead set putting him into Narnia and everyone else as well. But nonetheless, it is what it is, and he's still surviving here for the time being. Alex Ferguson, I did a Chris Munro there, he's dropped down the lead. He has gone from 4th all the way down to 14th and still going further down the grid too. And McGill versus Munro battle is heating up. Look at the server ping there from everyone. It is red as a dog's dick here in the lag department. Holy cowabunga, they're lesbian.
I'll tell you what it is.
Where's lesbian gone?
No, he's here. I'm here. Thank you, mate.
Huge ass on me. I mean, no, that's me.
Richard Head.
Richard Head.
There we go.
Who are we?
I'm not the only one calling the wrong names tonight, luckily. Anyway, it's just the server, guys. We've got the server going on in our brain as well as I think the server's having a mare up the front there as well as it's saying everything swapping around at the front. But we look to Falzon on the outside. No, it's Bullock on the outside trying to get the cutback underneath Ferguson as they head onto Shoreline Drive and they drag race down the straight, down towards turn 1. The server laggy as ever, but they'll continue to race on as they head down what is a very, very long straight here at Long Beach and down towards the braking zone as they head towards the pit lane exit, cut across to the right, open up the racing surface as they are heavy on the brakes. That's Bullock getting the place on Ferguson as he made a mistake, and now Ferguson might try and fight this one back as we head down Aquarium Way. No, he won't. He's going to stay patient. A nice little bit of racing between these two as they continue to fight away down through turn 4 and towards Transit Corner as that is a car slow, and that is Clayton Waters who is going slow in P14 as that was Ferguson a bit snappy on the rear there, but he's trying to find a way down the inside of Bullock, and he's now going to try the long way round here of turn number 6. It's going to be a tricky move to pull off. He's trying it. He's getting the squeeze. Bullock with a bit of a snap on the exit's going to hold on for the moment, but will Ferguson give this one up just yet into turn 8? He is going to try and just get the better exit, and that's a massive slide there from Bullock, and now Ferguson sliding. He gets to the right-hand side. It's going to be a drag race down towards the turn 9 braking zone. Who's going to come out on top between these two? It's the battle for P12. He goes down the inside. Ferguson takes the place as they head down through turn 9 as he's gone straight on the lag, playing all the games that possibly can as they head through turn 10. Ferguson gets the place. Clayton Waters has had a mare again in the background. What about that, Chris Munro?
Oh, gee whiz. Yeah, it's good to see the Big Red getting through there on James Bullock. But I tell you what, it's that we've missed a change for the lead. The young Munro has just made his way up from, I think he started in 20th position somehow, has made his way up to the lead. So he's taken over the control of this race from Alex McGill with about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Where's my bus? He is on the bloody. He's on the late bus here, on the short bus even. He's just giving the balls a little bit of a rub. But here we go. We're going to ride on with McEwen and Mello. The old two partners here having a good old tussle into turn 8. McEwen looking up the inside. Oh, they're going to go side by side now, but it looks like Mello just has the better running of it. So they will continue with the positions as they are. McEwen in 6th position. Mello in 5th. It looks like... Oh, God, the fucking timing tower just doing my absolute head in. But we're going to say these guys are side by side at the moment. If we can get a top view, there we go. All right, Nick Mello just sailing it outside of turn 10, missing the apex by an absolute country mile. And there goes Alex McEwen with no invitation required. Says thank you very much. He will lead, or at least lead these pair onto the front straight away. With Mello just trying to duck back in to the slipstream. I'm wondering why he doesn't just get a little bit closer to the back of, or at least into that slipstream of Alex McEwen. But there goes McEwen now up into the 5th position. There's not much Nick Mello can do about it now because it is all happening here, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Matt Munro leads this race with McGill, and Falzon has made his way through the pack as well. What a great drive from him. Zach O'Reilly.
Yes, thank you very much. And in terms of the server lag here, I'll tell you what, if this was Amazon servers at the moment, Jeffrey Bezos would be having an absolute fit and sacking everyone involved because this is dead set in the fair dinkum department. The worst we've ever seen, but that's okay. It's keeping it interesting. Everyone at home here, all 23 viewers of you here at the moment, you cannot get enough of this, and neither can Matthias Falzon. Started dead set in 28th place, and he's already up into 3rd position. That is what you do when you keep your nose clean, but he's got Buttigieg behind him, probably trying to take back the place here off him at the moment with the corporal. We'll see what he can do. It's they're both sliding it around. No server lag in this department at the moment. Only a matter of time before that happens at some point. Hopefully when they're not close together, rounding the final turn. Jake Buttigieg gets on the power early, gets it pointed in nicely, gets that car straight and narrow on exit. He is not quick enough or fast enough or even close enough, if I get my words together, to even be close enough. And Nick Mellow's hit himself into the fence on Cranium Cam. That is disaster for him too. But Buttigieg in 4th place, and now he's lagging off into the bundo. I said it was a matter of time, and it's happening again here, ladies and gentlemen. Look out, Alex McGill is also in trouble somewhere too there, showing up red sectors as well. But the battle is still on between Falzon and Buttigieg, and I think Falzon's got the chockies over Buttigieg here at the moment. Under a minute left of racing to go. What are we going to see here, Richard Head?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a close battle all the way to the end, but the gap has extended over a second, but with all the server issues, anything is possible here as they head through Transit Corner. Now we look to Attard versus Mello for the P8 position with 39 seconds left on the clock as they head around the Fountain Roundabout and towards turn number 4. These two also in close contentions for the edge of the top 8. 9/10 of a second between them, but it's lingering around that 1 second mark as they push through. Now we look to Matt Munro, who's heading towards the final corner through turn 11 and heads onto the straight. The Red Bull liveried car leading the race. And he's going to cross the line for one more lap.
He should have pulled it up. He should have pulled it up. Oh well, around you go again, son.
Yeah, so continuing on goes Matt Munro. Now we look back to Mello, and I think that Attard's had a problem there in P9, and he's dropped very, very far back. Mello no longer under pressure for that P8 spot, but it's been quite the interesting race as Mello drifting through the whole thing. Chris Munro, the server definitely causing some problems, but it's been a good one, hasn't it?
It really is. Yeah, it's one of those unfortunate things that you get in the land of virtual racing. Sometimes the technical difficulties do sometimes show their ugly head. And I tell you what a worse time to do it here in round 6, or the final round of 2024 in the Wednesday Cup. But I tell you what, it will be rectified. Don't you worry about that. Race 3 will be converted to a different circuit, and I'm hoping that we do not see the same issues that we've seen this. Oh no, Matthias Falzon's just bitten the wall as well. He's lost a couple of positions there too. Buttigieg and McEwen. Wowee, Buttigieg cheering for the high heavens because he's made it up into 3rd position now. But I tell you what, we'll have to focus on this guy because he has managed to rectify his rubbish start to this round, and he's made it back to 1st position from about 20th on the grid, or even further. He would have been 2nd last on the grid in this reverse championship order. Takes the win for race 2. Matt Munro, take a bow. We still haven't forgotten all the shenanigans in round 1. Fabian Fitness says it was a server lag, but we'll see that on the replay. Alex McGill takes 2nd position. What a drive from him as well. He's a newbie here in the Wednesday Cup, so he'll be cheering with a bit of silverware. Don't you worry about that. Jake Buttigieg as well, getting a 3rd place handed to him as well with a bit of Falzon rubbish on the final lap there. Alex McEwen in 4th position. Matthias Falzon crossing the line in 5th. What a great drive from him as well, coming from the back. Him, McEwen and Munro all coming from the very back there, as those 3 guys are 1st, 2nd and 3rd in the championship. So hats off to them. What a great drive from them. Nick Mole in his usual 6th position, just claiming as many points as he can, being outside of the top 5. The finger bus in 7th. What a drive from him. That would be his first top 10, and cheering about it. Mick Attard as well in the top 10. What a great drive from him. Jack Ferguson as well, I'm pretty sure, in his first time in the top 10. Say what you want about server lags and what, but it's got a lot of these guys very good positions than what they would normally have. Andrew Ferguson rounding out your top 10. So many
Alexes.
Alexes.
Always happens. It's always Alex Ferguson from Christopher Munro.
I know.
Grand scheme of things what a drive from everyone, server lag or not. It's about cream rising to the top and trials and tribulations of sim racing. And we saw all of that there in race 2. And boy, oh boy, did it serve every single possible scenario you could think of there. Great racing from everyone involved. Well done to everyone there as well. Ezra Simmons, James Bullock, Schmerley, Waters, McEwen, Young, Haircut, Mallow, DNF'd in 18th place. Bullock and the chef having an absolute mare himself there. Definitely undercooked some chicken, did the chef there in 20th place. But nonetheless, that is race 2 done and won and run. Baby and Fitness not happy at all, mate. Don't inject too much TRT. We still want to see you around for the final one. I'll give you that tip. Speaking of which, that is coming right up here, and boo, have we got a surprise for everyone here, viewers and racers. It is now time for race 3. 20 minutes at a mystery circuit, and it is the cleanest driver of the whole night. Who's going to be on pole? Who would have thought about that? So stick around, ladies and gentlemen. Les B and Hugh Jas and Dick Head will be back with you here in the commentary box here in just a hot second for race 3. Get everything sorted and enjoy the final race and the final broadcast here at SimSational TV and AK Racing for 2024 around in about 3.5 minutes' time.